Hello and welcome. I'm Ashmanix. This is a bit of an impromptu stream. I thought I'd continue playing The Shell, Part 1. Oh. So yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna have to take this hoodie off. Feels too warm. Alright, crack dealer. Welcome to the stream. Yes, this is an Ashmanix random stream event, basically. I was a bit bored. I was actually thinking of streaming last night, but I thought against it. Oh, I'm myself some zero sugar Monster energy drink, which I'm pretty sure is still pretty bad for my health. But yeah, I did think about streaming last night, but I thought against it, and then tonight I was like, come on, Saturday night, why not? So here we are, and I've been playing quite a lot of Island. Well, I think I've only played it once this week now that I think about it. But I wanted to go back to Shell for this one, because it does seem interesting. Though to be fair, my motivation for playing games is waning, man. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't play too many games at the same time. Because what have I got? I've got Island, I've got Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations. And I've got this now, The Shell. And I bought a couple other games as well. Other VNs. I should probably branch more as well. Like, I know my comfort zone is visual novels, but I should maybe actually try some more games with actual gameplay. Crider says, I was unable to finish the last part just halfway through. I don't think you missed too much, to be fair. I think you'll be alright. Kind of carry on with. You can always catch up later. I don't think you've missed anything super urgent. Besides, the main character meets her brother, and they have dinner. Anyway, let us switch to this full screen and let us load it in, shall we? Man, oh man. Wait, is that right? Did we not? Wait. Did we not go to the house? Did we not save? Let me check something. I'm gonna have to check the last stream now that I did. I need to see where we finished in the last time. I felt we finished at the house. Did we get back to the... Oh. Do that for now. Alright, we did get back to the office. That's okay. I was a bit worried there that we hadn't saved properly last time. Larry tries saying I drove 50 kilometers to take a look at a car. Turns out to be some dodgy stuff. A dodgy... Okay. Wait, are you getting a new car? That sucks though. If it turns out to be dodge. Crack, you're saying I'm just invested in a game I started last week. Oh, what game did you start, Crack Dealer? Oh yeah, I'm intrigued. Make was Volk. Need a new car. Oh. Volk instead of Volkswagen. That's a bit dodge. Wait, why does it have Canadian papers? As far as I know, Valari Katara, you don't live near Canada. Crowder going, ooh, not gonna tell you. Ooh, wait, why? Why are you not telling me? What's so special about the game? Why can't you tell me? I'm intrigued now. Like I was saying, I went to look at a VW Jetta and I wanted to make sure it is not a German make. What do you mean a German make? VW is German, right? Ah. Germany make is a disaster, and I can tell you as an owner of a German. I thought German manufacturing had a decent reputation, had a very good reputation. I mean, I might be an old VW Jet. You'd rather have a car manufactured in Mexico? Wouldn't that be? Aren't you making your life hard for yourself, considering where you are? I'm pretty sure the German cars still have a decent reputation in the UK. I'm pretty sure they're I'm assuming that most of the VWs that we get in the UK are manufactured in Germany. Like it. VW Jet US makes have a good reputation. What? What? That is, man, that's madness. Oh, Grider saying I just want to get through this last bit so I could talk about it. Okay, okay. Now I'm mega intrigued. You need to tell us about it once you've gotten past that bit. Anyway, let us continue. Wait, did he read that bit? He did. Yare yare. Yare yare. Yeah, wait, let me practice this. Yare yare. Did he come here for some Ashmani ASMR? ASMR? Yare yare. Yare yare. I heaved a deep sigh and collapsed into my chair as soon as I returned to my office. No sooner did I finish handing in my investigation report than the police saddled me with another job. Don't you rely on them for work? So yeah. I grumbled with a cigarette in my mouth as I checked the document detailing my new job. The mixing in this seems to be off. Background volume is really low. Where's the voice? The voice setting is high. What the fuck is going on here, man? Voice continues playing after advancing. Okay. I was gonna drown under all this work at this rate. It seemed there'd been a shooting in Shimorenjaku, Mitaka, that had ended with the death of the manager of a small local factory. I figured it was probably the work of some gangsters. A decade had passed since the war, and the reconstruction that followed was still ongoing. However, there just wasn't enough land to build large factories and new residential districts. Thus, some short-sighted individuals on the seedy underbelly of society assumed they could steal the land if they got rid of the landowner. Bloody hell, of course. He talks really quietly. Honestly, Valeria Katari, I refuse to believe that. I don't know, man. American-made cars have a better reputation than German. I don't know, man. Then again, things change. Reliability indexes change. Quality changes over time, doesn't it? I got up and put on my coat. Much as I didn't like walking around in the cold, being a detective was all about dealing with the harsher side of life. But that didn't change how it seriously sucked. Move my mic a little bit away from my mouth. First order of business was questioning the locals, narrow down the suspects and investigating with the intent to arrest. Wait, does he have the license to arrest? Or the ability to? It seemed I had another busy year ahead of me. (1956) January the 18th. Moon's ages 5, waxing crescent what? I went home after finishing my investigation in Mitaka. A savory aroma drifted from the kitchen. Yukari must have beaten me back.
ただいま、ゆかり。
Oh,
おかえりなさい。
I forgot she wears the kimono. Yukari poked her head out of the kitchen. Her face looked somewhat pale.
どうしたゆかり。風邪でもひいたのか。
そうではないけれど。
Yukari trailed off and resumed cooking dinner, a glum expression still etched into her face. Though I was curious, I knew my sister well enough to realize she'd eventually bring it up on her own.
兄さん、
Yukari finally broached the topic right after dinner, just as I'd expected.
何かあったのか。
Set down my cup of coffee.
ええ。部活の後輩のことで、昨晩から家に帰っていないらしくて、心配で。
Oh, this is not good. Rat Deer's asking detective, someone die? Okay. Better recap, Crack Dealer, because you said you'd missed, not watched all of the previous part of the playthrough. Our brother is a detective, and he is investigating just random crimes right now. I don't think any of them are related to Yukari yet. So yeah, he's just a detective, private detective, and he investigates crimes for the police. So yeah, we don't really know too much. He had mentioned a previous case that he was working on yesterday, and I guess he's got a new one today. But I don't think he's gone into too much detail. Evangeli Donut, welcome to the stream. Yes, made it. You have not missed much. I just kind of rambled a bit for when we started the stream. So it's not too much has been missed. Interesting. Anyway.
家出じゃないのか。
It was fairly common for girls her age. Youth had always been about getting worked up over things that would seem hilariously trivial in the hindsight of it all. Ah, it's so true though. I mean, not for everything obviously, like if you have an abusive home, if you're being bullied, I mean, if you're able to survive to adulthood and you look back at the bullying, it would seem more like less of a thing than it was at the time. I still think those are pretty big things. But like stuff like, my parents don't let me do what I want, blah 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 blah. Yeah, there's a lot of things as a teenager that you want to rebel against, and in the hindsight of adulthood, you do look back and go, what the fuck? But at the same time, I don't blame like kids for being like that, because that's all you know, right? That's all the life you've had so far. You don't realize, you don't know, you don't fully understand what adulthood is beyond teenagehood. I mean, even though you are a young adult. So, I don't know, man. Evangelidon says the rambling is the best part. You know, I generally think I should do a podcast where I literally just talk shit. Where I just ramble. Like, I will have a piece of paper with like 4 different talking points of the week. Probably make it gaming / coding related. Should I talk about politics? Politics is like, I don't want to go into detail about politics. Though I would talk about things that are like so big that they've kind of like crossed over to like everything, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know, any massive new wars or whatever the shit. I don't know. But it'd be such a pointless podcast. I don't know. Like, I want to. Again, I've been thinking about this in general. But if I'm going to do something, like even with these streams, playing games and stuff, I want to do something more beneficial to the people watching / listening. I'd I wish to be able to, like, it sounds super cheesy and cringe because it is. I don't know, impart some sort of either wisdom or an opinion, just like a differing opinion to add to the bunch of opinions that are out there that would help people become a bit more. I don't know where I'm going with this. Like, not enlightened. If you watch and listen to a lot of different opinions about things, it helps you to understand something a bit better, and it might even change your opinion a bit. But you become more informed, right? Like, different, seeing things from different points of views and all that crap. But do I really have a valuable? I suppose everyone has a valuable point of view to a greater or lesser degree. At least I believe so. But is it worth a podcast? What would I be doing? Just rambling. I suppose maybe I'd be doing it mainly for myself. I mean, I'm doing all of this mainly for myself. Let's not pretend here. I'm not doing a service to humanity. Playing games and streaming it. But would anyone really want to listen to a random cynical Scottish asshole drinking his extremely unhealthy Monster energy drink, sugar-free this time? I don't know. Cracker saying you just don't get it, ma. I know. Look, I mean, and I realize that people have, like, not all parents are great, but I think, you know, I hate how there are certain things in life that you only realize later on in life and make you recontextualize or understand things in the past in a different way with the people that you kind of care for, especially parents. Like, you don't fully understand the difficulties of being a parent and all that stuff until you're old enough to either have to take care of a kid, or have kids of your own, and you don't understand what it's like for a kid to care. Not a kid, for a parent to care for a kid, and when a kid says, "I don't love you," right? Because kids will say that, right? Screw you, I don't love you anymore. And it just sounds so innocuous, right? Like a kid just being an arse. But those simple words can have such a real effect on a parent. Like, even though they know that you don't fully mean it, but it still hurts. I don't know. There's so many things, and I hate it. I mean, it's life, right? That is life. Hindsight is 2020. But God, I wish. I mean, I'm not going to be unique in this. I wish I understood more about these things when I was younger. But hey ho, if I well, no chances at this point, but if I ever have kids, I suppose I will repeat, right? The kids will do that to me, and then when they grow up, maybe I mean, you hope that, I suppose that's the hope, right? That one day your kids grow up to realize how bad or how good, or the effects of some of the things they did when they were younger. And it's not that they, like, you can't really blame them for being younger and naive and not really fully understanding or whatever, but like that, the fact that they have learned, have gained that kind of wisdom, that understanding, is usually a good sign, I think. Anyway, I've been totally not reading the chat. Rajai, don't say rather than staying in a gated community. I mean, you already have a small following. I do, right? And you guys are, and I think it's a good following, right? You're not guys who are just like me, I don't think. I mean, we have things in common, right? But you definitely don't come from the same backgrounds. You're not definitely not from the same countries. I don't think any of you are from the UK. We're all brought together by dodgy VS. Something. Evangelist not saying so people aren't interested in listening to a Scottish get around. Well, I mean, yeah, there is an audience for it, I suppose. I don't know, and I know that this is the thing that puts me off doing the majority of, like, things in life, where I overthink it. I go, what? Valerica ties. got the quote. It's shite being Scottish. And also Valeri Katai saying Uran is mum of the year 1994. Mate, Uran being Sarah's mum from the game Island. I don't know. Yeah, as I say, I always put myself off because I'm like, what is the point? What benefit do I give? Besides, I mean, yeah, I suppose with these streams you are entertaining people to, you are occupying their time, maybe helping people chill and relax and while watching the stream. But I suppose I'm just a little bit selfish in that respect, where I kind of want to give more, right? And so, like, I suppose that's why I'm quite happy with well, happy is a strong word, but reasonably happy with the coding related videos I've done, because I feel like, oh look, I'm showing people either a piece of code that they can use, or how I did a thing which might help. And I think the video I did on how to create an OBS plugin, I think that's been watched quite a lot, and I've had people ask me questions about it, and come back to me. And because it's kind of outdated now to a degree, because the template code it's based on has been changed so much, people do kind of come back to me and say, "Oh, by the way, this doesn't really work," and or they leave comments. And I really should do an update video, but I'm too lazy. I really should though, because that's one of the I think is the video I'm most proud of in my on this channel. And so the feat one, the most successful videos are the short about what was it called, the sailor uniform anime thing, which I never even watched all of. That's terrible. The feet one, and then the me and Kuxo watching the first episode of that, and joking about it. Those are the most successful videos on my channel. But the one I'm genuinely proud of, that has been reasonably successful, has been that OBS one. And you know it's funny, right? Most people would use their brain and capitalize on that and go, I'm going to make more videos like this. And I've been an absolutely lazy, good for nothing piece of shit, and just went, yeah, I'm just going to carry on doing streaming of games because I'm an idiot. Like Rising, and get this, the Canadian paper said the following: brand and none make Volkswagen, either a forger or the issuers were smoking something. Yeah, that sounds dodge. Look, honestly, Valeric, the thing is, you're opening yourself up to more problems, are you not? If you get a car, if you get the car that's manufactured outside of like the norm, like from Canada or America, aren't you gonna have problems with parts, right? Because like whatever manufacturer, whatever make or model, right? They have different they use different parts for the cars in different countries. So you might have problems going forward if you need to have repairs or whatever to the car. That'll be a bit bollock. Ivan Edwards saying, don't forget that one anime. Wait, what one anime? About the guys who are the last men on Earth. I swear you and Cooks will stream that or made of it. Yeah. Wait, did I watch that with Kixel though? I must have, right? Or did I? I mean, that was did that video do well? I don't even know if it did well. Bloody hell, what was it called? Oh god, what was that anime? I think something, it had world in the name, right? Time to populate the world. Right, World's End Harem. Wait, me and Kixel watch and comment over the first episode of World's End Harem. Yeah, how is that? You see, analytics. That did terribly though. It's had 198 views, and that's it's been up on the channel since the 4th of February 2022, right? So 3 years, over 3 years, and it only had 198 views. Terrible. Oh, probably because I had to It was censored, right? It was such a stupid anime. I watched all of that though, all this first season. They'll probably not do a second season. That's probably, again, it's just an anime to advertise the manga, right? Valakta, I won't get a golf. I go to a cart center if I want to. Oh, come on, Valakta. I wonder if I should also lie. Vanja did it. It was hilarious. That anime is hilarious. Why did that not do so well? Maybe it just didn't. Do you know what? It might have been. It's possible YouTube might have suppressed it because it was a little bit too risky. The thing about the feet stuff is that, at least at the time, I feel like you can get away with having a video talking about feet fetishes, and I think YouTube's not gonna suppress it as hard because, like, yeah, it's a fetish, but it's just feet, right? Which is pretty okay to show in general, according to society. I mean, whatever, it's just feet. But like the World End Harem one, did that have music in it? I probably didn't censor as much, so it probably got hit by some sort of, not necessarily a copyright strike, but it probably, YouTube probably wouldn't have liked it because it did have. I mean, it was censored. I think they censored it themselves in the anime, but it was probably more likely to get. I'll say suppressed. I think just less people were interested in it. It wasn't. It was kind of an obscure anime. That's what the other one was called. Akebi Sailor Uniform, the feet one. Well, it's not about a feet thing. Crackdeer says no feet, duh. Lol. Evangelion says yeah, no nudity, just feet. Well, I try to say everything is risque for YouTube. They always find something. YouTube is a car and spoon feeder. To be honest, look, guys, you're right. I don't disagree, but you have to understand that YouTube is trying to do two things, right? Try and make as much money as it can because it's a company, and most companies that are big are just like, we need to make all the money, and which usually a lot of times results in them doing stupid shit. But hey ho. The other problem they have is that every company in the world wants to, especially old media and all that, there's a lot of people that'd be quite happy to see YouTube go down, right? And I mean, that's not the only reason, but basically I'm just trying to say that there's a lot of people that would be quite happy to quite quick to sue YouTube for video that either breaks copyright. It's like when you had the Adpocalypse, right? Because there was like, they're showing terrorist videos with ads. They have to protect themselves against all that BS and copyright. That's why they have such a BS copyright system that totally gives too much, makes it too easy for people to do false copyrights. Why? Because they don't want to get screwed. Because if they get sued by all these companies, they'll get sued into oblivion, right? Like, at the end of the day, I don't think they're even making that much money from YouTube. I believe YouTube is a Halo project in the sense that it looks good for the company. It gets good, a lot of goodwill, but it's not necessarily massively profitable. I could be wrong on that. And it's also like it's a lot of risk involved because anyone can post anything. That's why they've spent fucking all their efforts bloody policing the shit out of it. See, the problem is everything is mainstream now. When the internet wasn't so mainstream, that's when you got away with posting the most balls to the wall videos that were hilarious and didn't get bloody suppressed by the algorithm. To be fair though, we didn't have algorithms as such, right? I mean, you had kind of recommendation stuff, but you mainly would come across a video either by searching it or by people talking about it, and then you going to see it, and then you'd subscribe, and subscriptions were really important, and that's really how you'd watch your videos. Now, because the one of the problems now is we rely, and it's weird, because I remember it's like you'd subscribe to a channel, and then you just watch their videos, and to find new videos, you'd have to look for them. Either someone talked about a video from someone and you'd search it, or you just come across them yourselves via links on other places or other people talking about it. Now, with these recommendation algorithms, the main page I look at, which is the home page, is full of algorithmic recommendations, as opposed to just a page with all of my showing videos of what I'm subscribed to. So like, when you move to that type of model, when you rely on algorithms, you are then relying on whatever feeds those algorithms, and if that decides to suppress, and they have then the power to suppress your thing and all that. Whereas if you're just subscribed to someone, they could post the most off kilter, like unhinged shit, and you'd still see it, which you still can technically see because there is a page on YouTube to see just what you're subscribed to, and then you just watch it, right? Algorithm be damned, you wouldn't rely on it. The only issue then would be if YouTube decided to like totally just wipe it off the face of the planet, which they don't do too often. Usually they like restrict it by making it 18 plus or whatever shit. Reswad Kodar, welcome. Well, I think you've been here for a while, but also hello there. I see you in the Twitch chat. So Valaric Tyson, no, it's just because they are just prude and have a joke of a legal team. Nah, I honestly think Valaric Katari, all big companies, look at watch YouTube. When a company is small and not as popular, they get away with shit. As they get bigger and bigger, they become a bigger target, and then they start instituting these BS things. Watch, even what are those fucking, what are they called? Rumble and whatever the other providers are. If they get big enough, they're going to become like YouTube. Mark my word. Because they can't get away with that off-kilter shit. They just can't. They'll get fucked. And yes, there is definitely room there for the people who run the company to tweak the algorithm for their own preferences. It's probably happening. Actually, I'd almost guarantee it's happening, right? To a degree. But the main thing that drives them is money and not getting sued out of into oblivion. Like, I feel like it's hard. I don't know. I could very well be wrong. I don't own a giant corporation. I don't run a giant corporation. But I do feel that whenever you have a business, and the business, especially the bigger the business becomes, the more risk averse you become. I mean, just look at the games industry. They just fucking keep churning out the same shit using the same IP and making shittier and shittier versions because they regard that as safer to do than to try new IP. And to be honest, whenever they try new IP, it's not always worked out for various reasons. But I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a random Scotsman. Cynical asshole drinking Monster Energy drink on a Saturday night who's never made a game. Who keeps saying, no, that's a lie. I have technically made a really crappy game using while doing an online course on Udemy, but I've never made a real game. Vanjado saying rip my message and said YouTube announced they will add DRM. What? Let me check this. YouTube is right, according to Google AI bullshit, YouTube is reportedly experimenting with adding DRM to all videos, potentially impacting tools like DLP, which relies on impersonating specific clients to download videos. This change could mean the forget YTDLP. Oh shit. Fuck. Well, ripped bloody videos being spread across the internet via download. Dude. I mean, I suppose if you don't want your videos to be downloaded and played off the channel, you know, without being played on YouTube, and therefore you're not getting any views and all that, that might sound good on paper, but man, I don't like that. That sounds like ass. Evangelist saying rip my message and send. Like I say, they thus get bigger legal defense. They lost against Gemma. Who's Gemma? Evangelist, I said I still suggest that Ash post uncensored vids on Internet Archive to bypass YouTube. Internet Archive? What is this? Community video. You are invited to view or upload your videos to the community collection. What the hell is this? Archive.org. Oh. What the fuck is CapCut, man? I've heard people talk about CapCut all the time. And then I see videos with the CapCut logo on it. CapCut, known in China as Yang Ying and formerly internationally as Via Makers, a Chinese short... Chinese? I have nothing against the Chinese people, but I always worry about interference with the Chinese government. Let me have a look at this. Formerly internationally as Via Makers, a Chinese short-form video graphic editing app developed by the Chinese company. Oh, ByteDance? They're the ones that did TikTok now. Fuck that. That makes so much sense now. I'm not touching that. Again, TikTok's cancer. Anyway, sorry. I'm just seeing these. All these videos, these top videos are done using CapCut. Why does it say by CapCut? What? Tells you the thing they use for editing it is weird. Oh, this is full of crap. Wait, movies. Haha CapCut template. What are these videos? Slow motion template? Mate, what is this site? Black Tie saying YouTube surely had cases against somebody, but they didn't. So I'm gonna I don't know how controversial it is, but I do watch what's his name, Asmongold. There's a quote there's something he says. It's like, if people, what is the thing? He's like, if people can exploit something, in a system or a service, they are going to do it. If they can do it, they will do it, and so you should expect them to do it. If it is right. So I think I'm not surprised then. So like, I think he says that when people are like, oh, people are gaming the system. It's like, yes, people are going to game the system if they can. Like, there's always going to be someone. So I'm not surprised. The key here is if you don't want them to game the system, you should cut the loophole that allows them to do it. But I suppose that's easier said than done. I mean, unfortunately, I'm not a cute 20-something pretty girl that could like dance and do TikTok videos. watch me my Sims. Come to my pay me join my Patreon, you'll get special videos. Am I jealous that I can't do that? I don't know. A part of me is like, man, wouldn't it be easy? But then the reality is, it's like saying, oh man, look at Mr. Beast making all that money on YouTube. Like, if I'm just a person that can, well, obviously he makes massive videos now, but it's like, oh, I could make videos on YouTube. I could like make money. Like, look at Asmongold. Asmongold is not the most attractive, obviously amazing person in the world, but he does really well. But it's like a fool's endeavor to think that and be like, oh, I could do that. I can make loads of money and be successful. I think it's the same with the OnlyFans, and if you're a cosplayer, a female cosplayer or whatever. There's a lot of competition out there for all of these things. So, I don't know. I like to rely on my winning personality instead, which hasn't done me too well so far. I don't think even nudity rules are relaxed. People will try to monetize it into oblivion. Yeah, I remember there was the nude yoga videos. There was a lot of nude yoga videos which were totally getting around the nudity rules on YouTube. I don't think Internet Archive is where users can upload videos free from copyright to be stored. Several YouTubers use it. Interesting. Crowder saying wise words from the Rat King himself. He is the Rat King. He's got a point. He's like, I think he's just like, you shouldn't be surprised if there is a loophole or if there's a way to game a system if there's a way to game a system that people do it, right? Like, why are you surprised by this? And I'm like, yeah, he's got a point. Evangelito saying you're not a cute 20-something pretty girl with that kind of attitude. Hey guys, Ubu, come. Do you want the girlfriend experience? Let me. Fuck, I don't even know how to do it. So what would I do? Let me. You can lay your head on my lap, big boy. And I'll sing sweet nothings into your ear. Oh my god. Crack Deer Sing just stopped. Wait, I don't know if Crack Deer saying that to me or the rest of the chat. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the other thing is when I go on Twitter or X, God, can they just change the name? But they're never going to change the name back to Twitter. But when I go on it, I just see so many like because I'm a VTuber, right? For better or for worse, I regard myself as I identify as a VTuber. I mean, I am a VTuber, and I see so many people on Twitter doing the kind of like, oh no, look at these lewd drawings of me, or if you follow me, oh god, it's like, I don't know. It would be it would be cute if it was like only one or two people, but there's so many VTubers that do this type of thing of like, oh no, what would you do if this, and it's a picture of them saying they followed you, and then they're just like, oh, I'm looking for someone that I can totally obsess over, and blah blah blah, and I'm just like, these are all female VTubers, no, well, the majority of them, and I'm just like, oh man, like again, it's cute if it's interesting, it's novel if it's like some people doing it, but there's so many people, and I'm just like, bruh, what the fuck? And then there's the thing that annoys me the most, because I am a very petty man, right? And pretty privilege is real in my opinion. As you see, I've seen a lot of VTubers. It's biased. It's obviously this is going to be biased, right? But I see a lot of VTubers going, the VTuber compared to real life, right? And so they show the VTuber model compared to a picture of what they actually look like. And obviously, people who believe that they're attractive are going to fucking do that. People who believe that they're ugly, have a face for radio and a voice for fucking silent movies are not going to, well, who have a face for radio are not going to fucking do that. And then you see all them like, wow, these are like moderately attractive people. Why have you even got a VTuber avatar? Go away. Go away. Leave me alone. I'm not jealous that you have thousands of followers who will pay you money to buy you stuff on Throne. What is Throne again? Let me check. This is that thing where you can have people buy stuff for you, right? Oh, that's not good. I searched for the wrong thing, and for some reason something nuclear came up. I'm like, what? What the fuck? Throne, the wish list for creators, the leading gift platform. I should take the piss, right? But at the same time, this seems dodge. Buy me stuff that I want. Why? This is like official and shit. How do you tax this? I love how, I mean, that's one of the first questions. Like, how does this get taxed? It's a gift, right? So you still get taxed for the value or something? Fuck, I don't even know how that works. What's it saying? It's saying, create your privacy first wish list and let your fans support you by sending gifts without sharing personal information. Does that work both ways? Like, if the person buys something for you, their personal information is maintained as well? Like, their anonymity is maintained as well? It's free? How is this free? No, nothing is free in this world. If it's free, then the product is you. What the fuck though? I don't know, man. What is this? Oh, it's like some Ashley the Best. Are these actual? No, these are just BS examples. Easy. Creating your Throne wish list is easy, simple, and really fast. You can set up your wish list in as fast as 5 minutes. And then you can have, like, they've got here a Nintendo Switch OLED. Bro. Like, I'm lucky I have a full-time job. It pays all right. Maybe that's why I'm like, no thanks to this. This is cringe. I mean, I do feel it's cringe, but hey, I suppose if you really need food, if you're a creator and you need food on the table and you're not making money, like this is, though I feel this is more. I love how I create your wish list and it shows a bunch of pictures of profiles, and they're all women. Oh, that might be a guy. These are quite small pictures. I recognize that picture. I feel like I've seen that person on Twitter. What the fuck? Oh, you could click on it. Oh, wow. These are actual creators. Who's this person? Oh, no, Nixia. So they're all women in the little examples they give of creators. Of course they are. Of course they are. Guys, I don't know, man. Is this the right thing? Is it right to, like... Is this not right? Is it a good thing to, like, buy gifts for your creators? I don't know, man. I feel like... And this is gonna sound like maybe hypocritical from me, because I want to make all the money, but I don't want to like make all the money by just like being given random shit tons of money from people. I want to earn it by like, here, buy my merch or buy something that is an actual product of some sort that you get benefit out of, not just give me $50, please. Money, please. What is this? #1 product of the day? What is the fuck? Built for creators of all platforms. TikTok, bleh. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch. Bro, join 750,000 plus creators. Man, I don't know. I'm old, man. What the fuck is this shit? Eva J. Donut saying in quotes, "Ooh, guys, let me serenade you with my sweet sultry Scottish voice." Ooh, guys. I fucking can't do this. Let me serenade you with my sweet, sultry Scottish voice. Evangelio saying they might change the name if Twitter gets yanked out of Elon's hands due to devaluation. Keep in mind, Elon bought Twitter using loans backed by Tesla stocks as collateral. Tesla is in free fall, so banks might actually take X away from Elon. Yeah, I've heard that it's not been doing too well. It doesn't help that... Yeah, he's not been doing himself any favors. He's taken a clear side in terms of politics. At least... I mean, he's like working with President Trump, so obviously, like, he's taken a very clear side in that respect, and that's a very dangerous thing, I think. In general, when you have a company that sells to all, taking a specific side in politics can be a dangerous thing. I mean, if he said, "Look, guys, everyone's entitled to their own politics, their own beliefs, right? This is just what I believe in," I think it wouldn't have been an issue, but I feel like he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that point of view. Anyway, Elon has been complaining about it over the last few days. Yeah, the share price of Tesla's gone down. I actually have Tesla shares from fucking years and years and years ago. Years ago, I should probably sell them because they're good at they are tanking. Cradio says because it's easier to stream that way. Stream what way? Just build up your model and you're good to go. You don't need to get ready for camera or anything. Oh, that is true. That is true. But even I find that I get lazy setting up the, because I've got the 3D model, but I get lazy with that and I just turn to the 2D model. Evangel, the one that's saying, I'm vaguely moderately attractive and my images are floating around the net, but I would still stream broadcast it using a VTuber model. So, I mean, I joke about it, but there are definitely other advantages of your anonymity, right? Or at least an extra degree of anonymity. If you're posting on Twitter, X, or whatever the fuck, your picture next to your VTuber avatar, then you are kind of getting rid of some of that anonymity. But the majority of people are probably not going to see that if you only post it once in a while. So I kind of get that as well. It's free because the company takes a cut of the gift's money. Of course. That's a good business strategy, to be fair. I have nothing against Throne, the company. That's a good business idea. If they are guaranteeing the anonymity of both the creator and the person paying towards the gifts, that's pretty cool. It's just, there's something about it that just puts me on, like, I just don't like anonymous people because I mean, you can argue like getting bits on Twitch is the same, and it is, but I feel like this is just an extra step beyond that. It's like putting money towards getting a gift for your creator that they wanted. I'm like, why? I don't know, man. It's like, ooh, hi guys. You know how I'm your like online girlfriend, and everyone loves me. I want you to buy me. Can you please buy me this expensive handbag? Ooh, or can you buy me what the fuck are they called? AirPods, Apple AirPod Pros, please. Ooh. I'll totally love you. I mean, they're not like that, but still. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's an old school way of thinking of like you try and earn what you can and within that reason. Like yeah. This is why, guys, I will not be able to monetize my bloody channel properly, because I'll be like, this I don't like it this way. Maybe I should just be like, ooh, guys, I've got a PS5 Pro for £900 or whatever the fuck it is on my throne. Pay some money towards my PS5 Pro. Though it'd be really bad, like, even though I can afford this myself, I want you guys to pay for it because I'm cheap. Yay, uwu. Uwu. Do people even do uwu anymore? Like I said, can you look into your YouTube studio on the date of your first Island stream and look if the Island finale is its anniversary? No. Let me have a look. When you say the island finale, you mean the finale of the main story? Obviously, we've not properly completed it, right? So the first stream was streamed on the 7th of February 2024, and I believe it was no, so it was just over a year, because I think it was part 22 or part 23 where we completed it, which was the 5th of March. Part 22 was the 5th of March 2025, and part 23 was the 9th of March. So just over. No, it's like a year and a month. 13 months then. Oh, time flies, eh? Bloody hell, I take ages with this game. Evangel.saying quotes sugar daddy website. Oh my god. Do you girls out there want a sugar daddy? Oh, wait, no, this doesn't. I want a sugar mom. Evangel don't saying taking a clear side in quotes, mate, has actively meddling. Well, I don't know if he's actively meddling in the elections, but he has called out things, and said you should do this. And to be fair, I'm like, he can say what he wants. Definitely the problem, if he's working with the US government, it's probably, I mean, ethically, he probably shouldn't be saying it in the way that he does. He acts like he's not part of the government or anything. I think that's the issue. He acts like he's just a randomer on, and the way he tweets is like, oh yeah, it's fine. You know, I can say what I want, but you are like part of, you work for the government. There's a whatever. I love Elon. I loved Elon Musk, at least for what he was doing years past. But now there's a lot of things I disagree with him. There are things I agree with or I admire about him, and no matter, it sucks, right? Everyone you like ends up becoming shit. Maybe that'll be happening with me as well. I'll become a shitty person, even more shittier than I am now. But I still, why have we gotten to this point where any people that I regard as some form of not necessarily a role model, but inspiration, just ends up becoming mired and stuff? I mean, who is there out there anymore to really look up to besides Goku? But Goku was a terrible dad. I mean, everyone has their flaws, right? Using X as a way to amplify, so they're written. Yeah, he does repost things from people that are pretty sketchy, racist. Evangel saying, ooh, glomps you, lol. I don't know if people still do that anymore. Glomps, man, damn. Like saying the Not Never Island. No. Crack Deer saying you should clip every uwu you did on the channel. Mate, that would be That would take me ages to find all the videos that I've edited. But like trying over a year then. Yeah, to be fair though, the playthrough of Island was very, very sporadic. So I started in February. I did the first two parts of the playthrough in February, and then there was a gap between February and May. I did some in May, some in June, some in July, August, September, October. Okay, no, it was fairly... Yeah, so there was a gap between like February and May at one point. Imagine I don't think, and before Eve did better than Island Stream. Oh, do you know, you got a good point. Let me check this. So Island Stream on average, where are the views? 60. So the first Island Stream got, I'm just gonna do it by the first part of the playthrough because I can't be asked to check averages because that would require using my head. So the first Island Stream got 66 views, and bloody hell. The first Eve Burst Error got 88 views. What? I'm kind of disappointed in that. No, that's the fifth one. Where's the first one? The first Eve Burst Error got 234 views. Holy shit. So, yeah, Eve Burst Error wins that one. Pardon me. Like I said, we need to put the gear up with Never Island in. Yeah, I definitely plan to do it at least once a week. For the Wednesdays. And then I might do it more. I was, yeah, so I'm keeping a regular cadence, with Island now because I do want to complete it. Character said, did they get rid of that trope? What, the uwu glomp? Like I said, your female audience only hopes to see young femboys. You know what, mate? You might not be wrong. I can't say that you're wrong on that. Where's my audience thing? Let's see. Right. Oh, apparently in the last 28 days, 3.6% of my audience have been female. Wow, that's pretty high. That's cool. Usually it's at 0. Eva Jetto is saying in quotations, cougars are in your area. Lol. You're saying you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. That is so, like, it's such a fucking cliche. Overused quote. It's so true, though. Fuck, it's so true. I suppose, I mean, one could say, to a degree, maybe because, like, if you die quickly, after doing something great, people don't get to see who you really are, right? You die a hero. But if you live long enough, people get to see who you really are, right? And then the other, another way of looking at it is that over time, if you live long enough, at some point, you know, there's a good chance that you evolve into a really shitty person, right? You fall into some sort of vice or greed, or just you get corrupted. Like success and various levels makes it easier for you to become corrupted or fall off the good path, whatever that is. Imagine don't saying Eve wins. I wonder how well the first stream of Shell did. Well, not as well. Definitely. Eve, remember Eve Burst Error. The first episode has been there for a while, and I do get, like, you will get views from time to time. Like, people will view them after the stream over time. And when did I start Eve Burst Error? I shouldn't have closed that. Let me check. I started Eve Burst Error. I started in February 2023, so over 2 years ago. So that's also had 2 years of random views to have added to it. The first stream of Shell has had 62 views, which, to be fair, is really high. That's really high for a stream That's really high for one of my streams that I only did just over a week ago. So no, not even. Yeah, just over a week ago. Can't stand the degenerates of the internet. Wait, what's this? You know what I shouldn't do? I shouldn't have Discord up and running when I do streams because I get distracted by it. Wait a minute. What is this? Announcements. Oh no, one of the streamers I watch is going on holiday for a week. How dare you go on holiday? I mean, I knew about this before. They had forewarned chat, but still. How dare you go on holiday? Stream forever for me, your random viewer who doesn't really give you money for anything. Evangelidon saying also Ash, the key reason is that Eve is the best adventure game of all time according to Famitsu. It's got that 90s nostalgia though. I mean that 90s I mean, when did it come out? It did come out in like the 90s, right? I love the art style. It's just yeah, 1995. Fucking awesome. God, I'm such a it's all my fault. I should bloody draw more. I should not draw more. I should draw. I keep saying to myself, I want to practice drawing. I want to draw in this kind of old art style, anime art style, new anime art styles, non-anime art styles, and then I want to do little animations and stuff. And the only animation I've done so far is the shitty animation at the beginning of my streams, at the end of the streams, and I've done nothing since then. And it's all my bloody fault. I need to get the thumb out, man. Motivation is so hard. This is my biggest failing. I'm a lazy shit. Jedi saying Eve was 1995. Can't wait till you do Nocturnal Illusion, also considered to be another one of the best adventure games of all time. Yeah, that'll be good. That sounds good. You've bigged it up, so I'll be very disappointed if it doesn't live up to your hype. I am thinking that it sounds good, but I will do that at a later date. Maybe after I finished Island, but I have to, man. I'll need to look into it. I just don't have the stomach for doing games that have a lot of hentai in them. Like, and I know a lot of really good visual novels have it in it, but I mean, if it's tasteful to a degree, it's fine. But I will keep referring to, what was it, Tsukihime, which just fucking gratuitous and shit. Like, it was not. I mean, you could have slashed the amount of hentai scenes in that by, like, you could have used maybe 5% of the hentai scenes and it would have been fine. I didn't need the rest of it. But anyway. Crowder saying bring back Ashmanic's draws. Yeah, mate, the only thing that stops me from doing that, the only thing is my own laziness. I need to get the bloody drawing pad out and I need to hook it up. And it's a bit of a faff because I need to move my keyboard because I don't have that much space on my desk for a big tablet. And then on top of that, I suppose I just have to do it on my Windows PC because I have more. Because I could hook it up. Oh shit, I don't have what drawing. Let me check something. No, I do have an Affinity Designer on my computer. It's just I have to rearrange bloody stuff to get it set up, which is a ball ache. I suppose, man, it'd be so much easier. I suppose on the Mac, I could screen share and just do it on Procreate. Can I plug it? Can I plug the I need to look into the drawing setup. I've got a couple of different setups, and it's like, and I suppose the most easiest thing I could do is just stick a camera and then like facing the desktop. I just draw in front of it, but I don't want to show my hands. I want to remain anonymous. I don't want you to see my grotesque hands. Black Try saying maybe cut the Velma, move on to Uran. Oh dear. Evanjai don't saying don't worry, Nocturnal Illusion doesn't have a lot and it's well done and tasteful, which is why it was localized. Oh, that sounds promising then. It specifically uses a form of healing rather than being some dude bang shit. That sounds good. Crad Dealer's my grotesque member. Oh my god. Honestly, Tsukihime, why, mate? Just why? And then even the when you choose to censor it, it just does the. To be a maybe it was just a version I used because it was the web version. It was the version of the game ported to the web. Thanks to the guys who had ported it to the web. I can't remember the names offhand. I apologize to you guys. You've done a great service to the gaming community by porting the original game to a web app. Phenomenal stuff. Maybe it's just that version that when you censor it just does the bare minimum of censorship, which is maybe what people want. What I want is full shit censorship of the CGs. I just don't need to see it, man. I didn't need to see it. Which is what the fuck. Ivajai don't say quotation marks Ashmanic straws while ranting at clouds. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could just, because I'm going to draw badly. I just need to set it up. What I'll probably do is there'll be a random stream, and the thing is, you guys probably won't even get the notification because it'll be on my right. So for the record, for anyone who is still watching the stream at this point after I've been chatting for like more than an hour and not really playing the game, I have a second channel on YouTube called Ashmanic Straws for my sins. What is this? Sign in. What's wrong with this? What the hell? No, I've been signed out of this. Don't. Right. I could just look at. Bloody. I set up a Chrome profile for this, and it signed me out of Google on that Chrome profile, and I can't be arsed to change it. Anyway, I have an account called Ashmanic Straws, which has a wonderful 14 subscribers. Wait, it says want to see metrics on your recent video, upload and publish a video to get started. Wait, I have published videos. Well, it's been so long. The last video I posted on it was in September 2022. Damn, man! 2.5 odd years. I have done nothing with that channel. And the latest comment... the latest comment that was on the channel was from a year ago, where a guy called Mom, who I think has appeared once or twice in the chat on this channel, just went gay. Oh fuck! I feel like that's like old school internet humor. Yeah, so I have a channel called Ashmanic Straws on YouTube, and I have done nothing with it. And I actually, the first stream I did on this channel where I was drawing, I initially had the plan to do it on my Ashmanic Straws channel, but I didn't realize that for the first ever stream that you do on a YouTube channel, you have to give 24 hours notice or something like that for the first ever stream. For some reason, and because I wanted to stream straight away, I was like, oh shit, I better just do it on my other channel. So there you go, 14 people subscribed to me on that Crowder saying what happens in the mansion stays in the mansion. Nissan. Oh, don't say that. Ivajai don't say Tsukihime is garbage. Damn. Valak tries saying an artist lady in her 30-year-old muse. Wait, what the fuck? No, I don't like that. Valak tries saying you started 6-9 minutes ago. Yes. Wait, did I? Nice. Ganjado saying be right back, pouring a shot. Crowder saying, oh, the Yuri enthusiast guy. Wait, who's the Yuri enthusiast guy? Oh, Mom. Was he the Yuri enthusiast guy? I've not seen him for ages. I've not seen Botfly either. Botfly jumps in from time to time. I'm terrible at remembering names. But it's natural, right? I'm going to do certain I'm going to play through certain visual novels or games that people will be really interested in. And then they'll just be like, that was really cool. What are you doing next? What? Why are you doing Shell? Or why are you doing Island? These suck. And I'm like, hey, man, I get it. I'm the same as well. Maybe I should do a drawing live stream where I can't draw for shit. On my channel that has 12... Wait, how many has it got? 14 subscribers! In the last 28 days, I've had 15 views. Pardon me. Wait, how many views have my videos had on this? 80 views? That was... I mean, that's not bad, considering the majority of my videos hit like a peak of like 40 views. And the YouTube algorithm is crazy. I mean, maybe the key here is not to rely on the YouTube recommendation algorithm, and maybe I should market myself better. I also remember starting the Drawbox drawing course and then stopping halfway. That was my fault. What lost opportunities. Anyway, change back to the account. Imagine I see the imagine saying Botfly deeded. Do you think he's no man? I don't know. He used to say he would say he's like in the hospital and stuff. I think it was Botfly that was like, come on. I was like, how's it going? I was like, oh, I was at the hospital, and I was like, dude, I don't know. Maybe it was for something innocuous, but also, Imagine I saw your post on the Discord. Lol. Right, let us continue, shall we? Maybe, do you know what? Maybe I should drink more Monster. No, don't drink more Monster. Monster's bad for your health, guys. It's giving me some energy to talk shite. Let us continue. It was fairly common for girls her age. Youth has always been about getting worked up over things that would seem hilariously trivial in the hindsight of adulthood. Damn, I must be getting old myself to be thinking along those lines. I know, right? Fuck! Like, I know people are like, getting old sucks because of the, you think of the physical aging, but the mental thing, why do I care so much when I see things, it's like, the relationship between like relationships and the shit on anime, and I'm like, oh, I'm starting to like be emotional. Fuck! I used to be emotionless when I was younger. What is this? Age is weakened to me, man. This sucks balls.
親御さんは捜索願いを出したのか
Did the police not do anything unless it's been more than 48 hours or something?
それがわからないの。出しているとは思うんだけれど。
だとしたら、あとは警察の仕事だ。
Mate, you have a lot of, like, got nothing against the police, but they are humans as well, right? And they don't always solve crimes and find people and all that stuff. I like that blind faith, but then again, it's not his sister or kid or whatever. You guys shot me a steely glare. Yeah, see? Opening our mouth for a stern admonishment.
いいか一回の探偵にできることなんてごくわずかなんだ。行方不明者の捜索ならば、 人数を多くかけられる警察の方がずっと確実だ。
Theoretically, yes, but that is assuming that they're putting all their efforts into finding that person and not just putting that on the back burner and not putting any effort at all.
そうかもしれないけれど。
What she's trying to say to you, Reiji, is that you should pretend to give a shit because that's our friend. I mean, it's our friend as well. Take that into account, man. You can't just be all like matter of fact and expect her to not be kind of annoyed about that. Yukai suddenly turned meek just as she was about to counter. She must have gotten my point. Yeah, I mean, he has a point, but, you know, there's... I don't know, man. I mean, he's a detective, right? He could help out.
そう心配しなくてもすぐに帰ってくるだろうさ。
What? How do you know that? How can you give this guarantee? Vlad tries saying a Scotsman without Scotch nor skirt. That is exactly me, yes. Evangelii don't saying drinking Hennessy and Diet Coke. I don't know, is that a good combination?
ええ。
俺も仕事の合間に調べられるだけ調べてみるから心配するな。
Okay, he's gonna look into it. That's good. I hope this ends well.
よろしくお願いね、兄さん。
Nissan. Put brother in here. Don't put Reiji. Fucking translate it properly. Or put Nissan. 1956, January 19th. Moon's age is 6, waxing crescent half-tide. What is that? Look at this. They got this. Is that a trellis? Is that what they call it? With all the little, like, the plants growing it? What a beautiful garden. It's a lot of randomly assorted. Do they cut do they trim the bushes? That never sounds right. Do they have a gardener? Or do they do this themselves? Because I feel like you'd have to be... Look, there's a bunch of, like, trimmed stuff around here as well. I feel like this is pretty high maintenance. And I don't see Reiji as the type of guy to be into gardening. They got a basement. Why is there, like, a little strip of grass here? It seems pointless. So front door, side door. Little garden there. Seems like a really nice area. The sun set in the west, casting a vermilion cloak over my surroundings. Now then, where to? What? Can I choose? Oh shit! Shinjuku. Kitatama. Where the fuck are we? Chofu, Setagaya, Suginami, Nakano, Shibuya. So this must be Tokyo, right? I've been to I feel like I've been to Shinjuku Station. Moonworld. Where does his... I've not been to the park before, but I have no reason to go there. But let me bring up a map of Tokyo. So, show me Tokyo Google Maps. Right. But where are we? Chiyoda. I'm assuming these are more or less the same areas. Nerima. Yeah, Nerima is there, right? Okay. So, and the river is there. There's a Nakano set. Nakano is there, yeah. Okay. So we're on, so Tokyo Central is kind of this side. So we've got Shinjuku, right? Shinjuku City. I'm trying to think. Oh, I've been to Shibuya, definitely. Because it's a Shibuya crossing, right? I remember going to Tokyo Tower as well. Oh yeah, I think we went to the Imperial Palace. I'm trying to remember where we were. But anyway, let's go to the Moon World. Ivajai Donut saying, remember, if you like this game, it has 3 sequels and a prequel. Oh shit. Character is saying this is like Paranormal Site. In a sense, yeah, in that we have a map, but I don't know. Is it? The place I headed to was just past the remnants of the black market north of Kishijoji Station. I arrived at my destination, Moonworld. Wait, what? I thought we were going to our office. It was a small cafe right outside the shopping district. The joint was highly regarded for its tasty coffees and pastries by the handful who actually knew of it anyway. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have been aware of it either if my old friend didn't run the place. Ooh, old friend?
いらっしゃい。あら、時坂くんじゃない。
Oh, guys. Who is this? The woman working the counter smiled when she saw me.
俺じゃ不満なのか?
The woman, one Kyoko Hazuki, shrugged and chuckled drolly.
だって時坂くんはコーヒー一杯でいつまでも粘るんですもの。
Guys, this is an amazing visual novel. I'm not biased. Oh man. Going, yeah, and I had interest in game account. She's on paranormal site. For all her sarcasm, she was clearly in a good mood.
そのコーヒーを一杯頼む。
いいわよ。焼き菓子もあるけれど、どう？
It's alright, Kyoko, I'm sweet enough.
いや。いや、もらおうか。
This is top tier. This is a top tier game already. I hastily made a verbal backstep.
ありがとう。
Arigato. Oh yeah. Why do people make coffee this way? Does it make the coffee better? Does it? I need to have coffee made this way. I'm not a coffee expert. Actually, I would say I'm a coffee. Like I am stupid when it comes to coffee, in that I'm like, is this better coffee? I don't know. I can't tell. It just tastes like coffee. Like I don't. I'm not able to decipher the nuances between different coffees and between like a good quality coffee and a standard quality coffee. I'm just like, this all just tastes like coffee. This place, Valarik is saying, quotes, you smell nice from Island, but also, I mean, this whole place is going to smell of coffee, right? Actually, this is my dream cafe. Oh my god, could you imagine that? If you had someone like this, who, I'm assuming she runs the place, right? Like, not just someone who's like a worker there, but someone who is mature, who owns the the cafe, and it's like got this chill vibe, it's quiet, and she's making you coffee in this style. This is my dream cafe. Kyoko brewed up some coffee, engulfing the cafe in a mellow fragrance.
そういえば、さっきまで魚住くんがいたのよ。
Who's Uzumi?
やつが。
Uzumi was our mutual longtime friend. He was always dropping by this place.
仕事の途中で寄ったみたいよ。
What does he do for work, I
あ
wonder?
いつも忙しいだろうからな。
That's a pretty rude. I lit a cigarette. Clearly not busy enough to forget to make his habitual sojourn here, though. Sojourn? What's sojourn? I'm learning words here. My vocabulary sucks. Route? A temporary... Stay somewhere temporarily. Okay. That said, I wasn't one to talk, given he was only busy thanks to yours truly. Huh? Is he a police officer? Kyoko set a porcelain cup of coffee in front of me. Did we need to know it's porcelain?
お待ちどうさま。
I'm gonna say, guys, I have a bias towards ponytails. Ponytails are best. And this woman has a ponytail. I think we can just end the visual novel here. I don't need to read any more of it. This is peak visual novel. I slurped the steaming coffee. What? I always took it black, no sugar, no milk, no nothing. What? No milk? What, you got an Americano? God damn.
はい、カステラ。好きだったでしょ?
I prefer cheesecake myself, but hey, I'm not going to complain. I wasted no time taking a bite out of the cake.
コーヒーはブラックなのに、カステラは甘い方が好きなのよね。
Why are you taking you're looking into this too much, Kyoko? Come on. Also, don't side look. Don't look at me like that. You put me on edge.
ごついなりして砂糖を何杯も入れるやつよりいいだろう。
Are you talking about your friend? Not that we know. Not that we knew anyone like that. Definitely not. Wait, is Kyoko like that?
あら、飲み方は人それぞれじゃない。
What a voice, though.
だったら俺の飲み方にもケチをつけるなよ。
If I had the voice of like a voice like Kyoko's, I think I could rule the world. Honestly.
つけてないわよ。ただ確認してみただけよ。
Evangelii saying not only does she have a ponytail, she also owns a cafe and is above the age of 25. I know, right? Look, I got nothing against like 20 to 25-year-olds or whatever, but there is something about a woman that's has a mature, maturity to them. They don't need to be like super old or anything, or even like that old. Just like a mature person, mature woman who has her own place, doing her own thing. Independent woman, right? With a ponytail, who runs a cafe. I think I'm falling in love, guys. Kyoko smiled as she picked up a piece of cake.
今度、新しい従業員を雇うつもりなの。
For what? There's like nobody here for you to need to hire someone. Oh, also she does do alcohol, right? I'm assuming that's what that is. Not just like, yeah, wines and stuff. Is that Buckfast? That could be Buckfast.
この閑古鳥が泣いている店に必要なのか?
Yeah, what?
もう、時坂くんがいない時間は一人だと結構忙しいのよ。
This sounds like cope, but also, who are you hiring? It better not be a hot guy. Kyoko pouted.
知り合いの娘さんでね、社会経験を積ませてあげたいんですって。
To give her daughter some real-world experience by working in a cafe. Fair enough.
使えるのか?
よそのお店でお手伝いとかはしたことあるらしいから心配ないと思うわよ。
Oh? Then why does she need more real-world experience? This sounds suspicious. I'm just having a look what's on the back wall. So these are the different coffees. These look like fine china. Would you have coffee in a small china, like a teacup? Is that what they did back in the day? I feel like you'd have it in a mug usually, right? But that might be a more modern thing. Maybe her mother was just the type who wanted her child to know their way around all sorts of jobs.
また何か考え込んでるでしょう。
いや、大したことじゃない。
I smiled at the sight of Kyoko inflating her cheeks. More?
仕事のこと？
まあそんなところだ。
I figured it was best to just play it vague.
あまり根を詰めない方がいいわよ。疲れていると正常な判断もできなくなってしまうから。
That is pretty true. Good advice. Kyoko was painfully aware of that, far more so than anyone else. She had lost her husband 7 years prior. Oh, she was married. That's sad. The original owner of Moonworld, he'd worked himself so hard that he ended up in a car crash. That's not good. The other driver was apparently an American soldier stationed at Green Park in Musashino, only he survived the crash. Death by car accident, that was how the official documentation had reported it. That was all. Just those 4 words. The US military handled the investigation, so I never learned how it turned out, even though I was with the police at the time. Oh, so we used to be a police officer. What's more, they didn't even return Kyoko, her husband's body. I can only imagine how much grief that brought her. Wait, what? Why? That's bad. Why would you not do that? That's suspicious. Though I'd lost my parents in an accident around the same time as well, it happened so far away that I hadn't quite hit so hard. However, I was so skeptical about the cause of his death that I tried to use my position in the force to unravel the truth. Sadly, it was a total bust. The US military refused to play ball, and I was even forced to call off the investigation. That was just what it meant to be on the losing end of a war. Though maybe it was only a matter of course, considering the incident happened only 4 years after the conflict.
まだ何か考えてる。
Bro, this is sad. Kyoko poked my brow.
い
What?
や、随分といい時代になったと思ってな。
It must be tough, right? Like, when is this? 1945. Is that when when did the war end? 44? 45, right? 1945, so it's like 4 years after war. 1949. That's not that was not exactly a year for equal rights for women. So like her running the shop on her own is probably kind of especially if the military, US military is still there after World War II, and obviously after the destruction that would have happened, and the effects of losing a war. Not the best place to try and run a shop on your own as a woman. Not the best place or the best time. Wait, why is this not clicking?
いい時代かしら。
Kyoko cocked her head.
少なくとも10年前から比べればよくはなっているだろ
比べてしまえばそうかもしれないわね。
う。あの頃の方が楽しかったかもしれないけれどな。
ユキコがいたから。
Wait, who's Yukiko?
さあな。
Is Yukiko her husband? No. Right, who's Yukiko? I guess we don't know? I brushed aside Kyoko's question and turned away after lighting another cigarette. That was an extremely well, that was worth doing, definitely. Let's have a look here. A short way south of Kichijoji Station was a pond enwreathed by trees. This was Inokashira Park. There were few to no people around, probably because it was winter, a weekday, and getting late. Naturally, there were no food stalls present either. Shame. I've been craving some takoyaki.
さて、
I had come to take a break. The shooting I was investigating took place not too far from here. Heck, the factory in question was visible between the trees. I took out a sketch of the crime scene the police had provided me and compared it to what I was looking at.
こりゃ厳しいな。
Maybe I'd been jumping the gun to assume this was the work of gangsters.
Oh.
Like tracing, also the car had my... We wanted to get a Ford Mondeo sedan sold. That stings. A Ford Mondeo? Did they not stop making them ages ago? And if it's called the Mondeo, it must be the UK variant, right? Ooh, they still make... Wait, 2022 Ford Mondeo. I think they stopped making Ford Mondeos in the UK. Yeah, I'm not seeing them on the... Why did they stop making Mondeos? They were well popular. Is it because SUVs are like those like bigger cars? Wait. What the hell did what does Ford sell now in the UK? Decline cookies, Ford. I don't want you to have my cookies. Right, what cars? Black vehicles, cars. Right. You have the Puma. Alright. The Capri. That's the Capri? There's an old version of the Capri that like from my dad's time. This is the modern version of it. It's big and chunky. What the fuck? That's the fuck, man? The original Capri was... Dude, what the fuck? What are you doing, Ford? Right, the Mustang Mach-E, fair enough. All electric Explorer, so that's a Jeep. That looks cool. Man, I think I have attention. Probable bad attention span. So easily distracted. I've not looked at cars for ages. I've had my car for quite a while now. The Kuga, the Puma. So they still do the Focus. That's cool. Dude. Yeah, most of them are SUV style. Even they've got a Puma that looks kind of like chunky. What a disappointment. Mustang Mach-E, Mustang Mach-E Rally. These are supposed to be the sporty ones. People movers. Oh, dude, they don't do saloon cars anymore. What the fuck? Oh my god. The Mondeo was a staple. A staple of saloon cars back in the day. Now it's all these like crossover kind of chunky style cars, probably because they need to fit in the car batteries. Oh my god. It was built 2018. It's fairly recent. Wait, 7 years, right? Business edition. Nice. Evangelii Donut saying, fun fact, the Mondeo is featured in GTA 1 as the Mundano. It's called the Mondeo in the UK, and I'm assuming Europe, but in America it's called the Fusion. I know this because the one time I went to America, we rented a car and it was a Ford Fusion. Now that, wait, that is the Mondeo. Wait. There was a... Whoa, maybe I'm wrong. Because there's a Fusion, there's a UK version of the Fusion. Let me check this. Yeah, the American... What a confusing mess. So in America, the Ford Fusion is what we call the Ford Mondeo. But apparently in Europe, we had a Ford Fusion as well, which was a different car, a different Ford. What the fuck? Mid-sized car. The saloon car, man. Do people not say saloon cars anymore? Large family car. What are these bloody terms? Just say saloon car. Lark try saying it's cheaper than an older Toyota Corolla. That's German car market. Weird. In America, the Mondeo was the Mercury Mystique. No, man. Mercury. What? The Ford Mondeo was called the Ford Fusion in America. I mean, I'm looking on Wikipedia. And, you know, it's got here the Ford Fusion in a brackets Americas. Wait, let me check this. Shit. So you're saying it was the Mercury Mystique? Or are you saying that's the equivalent, right? In terms of, like, most popular saloon car? Whoa. What is this, from the 90s? Damn, man. Miles per gallon. What's LS and GS? 24, 32. What are these numbers? 94, 95. Damn, yes, 90s as fuck. Anyway, I'm getting mega distracted here. This Capri sucks. I mean, it might be a good car. I'm not gonna say it's not, but it's like, God, like there's just not gonna be any saloon, like proper like saloon cars. I mean, the Tesla Model 3, basically cars shaped like the Model 3. I feel like less and less of those type of shape of cars. They're more becoming like the Model Y. And you're definitely not going to have the kind of two-door coupes. Those are dying a death as well. Like, you can only get like ones that are like that are expensive, that are proper like sports cars. Like the GT86 and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I think you can still get the GT86, right? Can you? What does Toyota sell? No. I don't want you to have, I don't want to give you cookies, Toyota. Whoa, what the fuck is this car? The BZ4X, that's an unfortunate name. That looks kind of cool though. Man, these cars are well expensive. What the fuck, man? Electric cars are too expensive, man. Yeah, this is why BID are eating bloody everyone's lunch. Anyway, wait, I came here for the GT86. Where's my GT86 Toyota? I suppose I should say type of vehicle. Small car? What? Family car? SUV? Wait, do they not sell the GT86? Oh my god, what is this life? Ooh, the CHR Plus looks interesting. I do like the shapes. They're kind of futuristic and shit. I like, yeah, the CHR Plus looks kind of cool. But again, I'm not a massive fan of SUV bloody size cars. Mate, there is no GT86 here. I was lied to. Maybe. What the hell is this? So they got the Corolla, yeah. CHR Plus, BZ4X. What are these names, man? They got the Prius. Dude, the new Prius looks mental. And then it's the vans. Wait, what's this? Mirai, hydrogen fuel. Shit, they don't do the GT86. As I prove my point, at least on this UK web version of the website. Mate, what? Like, look, I'm for electric cars and all that, but give me a fucking, like, the coupe, man. Coupes are dying a death. The death of cool cars. And then every car's like £40,000 plus. Like, mate, £40,000 starting price. Fuck off. Ugh. Ugh. What is this life? Anyway, the Ford Mondeo first generation mid-size car was produced before beginning with sales beginning. It's also known as a Mark 1 Mondeo. Wait, it was called the Mercury Mystique. Oh, it was based on the same Ford Contour and its rebadged Mercury variant. Damn. Called the Ford Contour. Man, they had different names. Contour, and there's something about Mercury sounds, I don't know why it sounds such an American, like, 90s name. The Ford Contour, North American version, is the first generation Ford Mondeo, marketed for model years 95 to 2000 as a four-door sedan. I was saying a saloon car, but I think America's sedan. Nice. Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna say I love the design of saloon cars or sedans in the 90s, but the nostalgia factor, because I used to see so many of them in movies and shit from that era. Like I saying saloon is just British. Yeah, like say sedan America. The Ford Crappy. No, the Capri was cool. It looked cool. I don't know if it drove cool. I never drove one. Like I saying, I'm struggling to find a car because of this. Isn't it easier to get petrol cars nowadays or diesel cars? Or don't get a diesel. They'll probably be screwed. Evangelist saying Ford Fusion is the Ford Mondeo Mark III. Oh, so they started calling it Fusion from Mark III. Black Try says, I don't want upper class cars and neither do I want junk. You're probably better off Japanese, right? Did the UK ever get the Metro brand? No. Metro? Wait, let me check what the Metro car is. Austin Metro. There was the no, that's the model of a Rover. I don't think we had a Metro brand. Did we get the dual brand? Not to my knowledge. Pre-US Prius. Interesting. Crappy was the name of the Capri in GTA London. Lol. Good naming. I like it. What a nostalgia. Fucking man, 90s cars, 90s sedans. Yeah. It's like, see all the cop car bullshit? I don't know, like all the movies and stuff like that I watched from the 90s, you know, would heavily feature sedans. Because sedans were the most popular car shape, I think, at the time. I might be wrong. Wait, what's this? The Geo Metro. It was a variation of the Suzuki Cultus available in North America. No, we never had the Geo brand. Metro carried the Geo nameplate from 1989. So we had Suzuki. I think we had Suzuki back in the day. It's just called Suzuki. It's like Hyundai is called not Hyundai. Honda is called Acura or something. Acura is a luxury and performance division of Japanese Honda. Oh no, what was Honda called in Honda name in America? Yeah. So you had Acura. I don't think we had Acura here, and you had Honda as well. Okay. We had Lexus. Lexus was the... No, that might have been a Toyota. Yeah. Lexus was a Toyota luxury brand. Basically, there's only like 4 or 5 actual car companies that own all these other cars. The Geo Prism. Bro, that is 90s. But these cars are so beautiful. Look at that. Holy shit. That is the most bloody utilitarian car ever. Geo Prism. I mean, the interior... I don't know what the interior is like. For compact cars that were rebadged version of the Toyota Sprinter, a vehicle that the Japanese automaker Toyota never directly sold in the North American market. The Sprinter itself was derived from the Toyota Corolla. Yeah, the Corolla was mega popular here. Mega popular. Oh yeah, you had Lexus too. Yeah. We didn't have Acura though. Acura? I feel like that wasn't we didn't have that in the UK. We might have it now. But even now, I know Infinity Motors. I've seen Infinity Motors. I don't know what they are. But we didn't have Acura. Acura is a luxury and performance division of Japanese automaker Honda, based primarily in North America. The brand was launched marking luxury and performance automobiles. Acura sells cars in the United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, and Kuwait. Okay, company also previously got... Yeah, so we didn't have them in the UK. That makes sense. Infinity is the luxury vehicle of Nissan. Infinity came more recently, I think. Yeah, the marketing network for now included dealers in over 50 countries. In the 2010 sounds about right when I started seeing Infinity. Otherwise, we didn't have it before. It's interesting. We didn't have a lot of these like different luxury brands until more recently in the UK. Maybe because we're all poor. Who knows? The Infiniti Q45 is a full-size rear-drive 5-passenger luxury sedan. Marketed as a flagship model of Infiniti, Nissan's luxury division. That was probably a competitor to the Mercedes S-Class. Across the 3 generations, first generation was based on the Nissan President. The Nissan President, what a name. Toyota Cresta. These are all, this is a 1980s car originally. Yeah, there's something about giant, heavy-ass sedan cars. I wouldn't want to necessarily drive... No, I would love to drive one for the experience, but I wouldn't want to necessarily own one. Because, again, these cars, especially the American versions, are huge. And in the UK, our roads are designed for smaller cars in general. But in America, especially if you live in an area that has, like, massive roads, and you live out... Probably not in the city, right? These are great cars. Giant heavy acetals, we call them luxury cars. Well, like even the non-luxury variants of these, right? The Hondas and the Toyotas or whatever, the sedans of the time, they're all fairly large cars. If you look at the UK, so look at the Mondeo. The main Mondeo is mid-size, right? But like we go from Mondeo to smaller. We very rarely go for larger cars until you go to like Jeeps, the 4x4 SUV variants and stuff like that. Because if you drive in the UK, you just don't have the space for it. Whereas in America, holy crap, you have space. Well, I mean, if you live in the inner city, maybe not. But like in most places outside the inner city. Anyway, what am I doing? Black Trice, I just can't find the Honda Accord. Mate, yeah, you're probably gonna struggle. What did they do with these cars? I remember are they all going the way of the dodo? You might end up having to get an electric car, mate. I have nothing against electric cars. I think it's the way forward. But I love driving ice cars. I love changing gears. Because in the UK, the majority of us drive stick shift, as the Americans say, or manual cars. I will totally miss that when the day comes I have to sell my car and get an electric car or whatever that doesn't have gears. Yeah, and I hear that like there's a lot of, like, car manufacturers are struggling right now. Was it Toyota? One of the companies might actually go bust. That's why they're doing some big ass merger or something, because the Chinese market is absolutely like the Chinese electric car market is having their lunch. Evangelion Donut saying Geo Metro was the car name, Geo was the brand, it was a Suzuki. Ah. Larry Chrysler, nor can I find a Toyota Corolla I drove in Cyprus. Toyota Corollas are pretty good. Even the new one, I'm assuming the new ones are good as the old ones. They were like, I suppose quality changes over the years, but I remember them being bulletproof. Black Tyson, Lexus is so expensive, at least here. Lexus is expensive if you're not wanting to pay for the brand, because the Lexus are supposed, back in the day, it's like, you know, luxury brands, so better interiors, more leather and stuff, more luxurious. And then it would have like the extras, but if you don't need that, there's no point paying the extra for a Lexus. Evangelist says, Ali, I don't even have a driver's license. Oh, bro. I mean, I don't know how easy or hard it is for you to get a driver's license, but then you need to drive as well, right? Mate, like, drive in America especially, right? I would, if you can afford it, if you're able to get a car to drive, I don't know how easy or hard that is. America is, it seemed like an amazing place to drive when there's no traffic. The traffic is atrocious when there's loads of traffic, which is the same everywhere. But the roads there are big open roads, drive hundreds of miles from one place to the other. You have cheaper gas or petrol. We say petrol, gas, whatever. Yours is cheaper over there. I feel like it's a very big part of the American experience. It's great, man. You walk everywhere. That's very healthy. It's probably good for your health in the long run. But yeah, I mean, if you're able to, I mean, I'm just gonna say it's great to be able. It's great to drive. Driving is cool when there's no traffic. When there's no traffic is the big important bit, because when there is traffic, then you will absolutely hate driving. You're like, what is the fuck? I'd rather just sit on a bus or something, or the train. But anyway, you must have not seen the news. $6 plus for gas. Is that per gallon or something? $6 per gallon. Dude, that seems expensive. I don't know how that compares, because we pay per liter, and I can't, in my head, figure out how to do the conversion. Imagine saying, also, I live in the inner city, so walking is viable, just need to carry a firearm. Bloody hell. Yeah, if you're in this inner city, it makes sense. There's no point. I get that. If you live in the inner city, it's probably not worth having a car. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Driving is cool though. But anyway, I turned towards a splash I suddenly heard. Ripples spread from the center of the pond. Had something fallen in? I spotted a man with a popped coat collar on the opposite shore, hoofing it. What's going on? Something smelled fishy. I prepared to give chase, only to stop when I realized where he was going. Isn't that... I glanced back at the pond again. The ripples had already faded. There was no way anyone could reach the center from the shore, no matter how hard they tried. So I figured it was best to just leave it to the experts. Are you gonna report this to the police or something? I mean, I don't know what you could say, like you saw something suspicious happening. Especially the part regarding the victim's relatives. Just a look, he messed it all up again. What the hell? Just as I was about to grab a bite to eat.
Oh, Reggie, 邪魔するぜ。
Who the fuck is this giant dude? Also, why did they get cut off? Is it because of the... Wait, can I make this? No. This guy is always got his head cut off. He's just like that tall. A mountain of a man suddenly opened the door and waltzed right on in. Damn, man. He is a mountain.
いきなりだな。
Oh, this is a friend Uozomi. Holy shit. Evangelii saying also that music is very Eve Burst era. Nice. Like Try saying this is a Dick Gumshoe, a younger Dick Gumshoe, mate. He was Kyoto Uozomi. Though he looked like a thug, he was in fact an inspector of the MPD. Shocking, I know. Couldn't live with him, nor could I live without him. Much as I hated to admit it, we'd been stuck together ever since we were brats, even during the war and my tenure in the police. Though I'd eventually ended up quitting the force first.
何しに来た?
What, is he a detective as well?
何か分かったことがあるのか聞きに来た。何かあったらこっちから連絡を入れるさ。まだ何も分かっちゃいねえってのか? いやいや、うすうすと分かってきてはいるんだがな。
I lit a cigarette.
現状に問題があった。被害者の町工場の周辺はすでに更地になっている。そこで発砲などあれば、どうしても周囲に響き渡る。まあ、そうだな。現に付近の住人も発砲音を聞いている。だろう？何事かと思って外に出た人もいるだろうな。現場から立ち去る人影を見た奴はいるのか?
Uzomi shook his head.
目撃者がいれば、てめえに捜査なんぞ頼まん。
Well, Eric Try saying dropping the word sussed pre among us. What did he say? No, sussed doesn't mean suspicious. Sussed, have you figured anything out? What is it? It's shortened for. Sussed means, shrewd and well informed. The band were sussed and streetwise. I feel like that's not the only. To realize or grasp. I reckon I've got him sussed. Yeah, so there's like, it's not the sussy baka, or, well, not the sussy baka, but sus as in suspicious. It's not commonly used, to be fair, that word thing for sussed. It was sussed out. It feels, is that a British term? Is it Brit, or I don't think it's really British per se. It's just not used that much. Used over time for sussed. No, I tell a lie. Apparently, the cert is used a lot more nowadays. It has flatlined since before 2019. But yeah. Wait a minute. There we go. Evangelii Donut says sus was common. Yeah, I sussed it out. It was also black slang for a while in the late 80s and early 90s. Yeah, it's something that's been used in the past, right? But I feel like it's not used in that way a lot nowadays. It's not used as much. I sussed him out. How much could you infer from their height, though? I suppose you could guess if it was a man or a woman based on the general heights if you look at the general height of men and women at the time in the area, but still. Besides that, what? The ashes of my cigarette fell into the ashtray.
警察に通報したのは被害者の家族か? ああ、ガイシャと同居している息子夫婦だ。息子が倒れているガイシャを発見し、その嫁が警察に通報してきた。その息子夫婦は工場の売却には賛成していたようだな。おい、レイジ。
Are you suspecting the son and daughter-in-law? Dread crept into Uzomi's voice.
息子は調布飛行場の米軍基地で働く真っ当な人間だぞ。
At the US military base in the Chofu airport.
つまり拳銃程度ならいくらでも入手できるな。
So I guess Reiji's the more cynical one, prepared to think about possibilities that are not very nice. I stubbed out my cigarette.
確か今年中に米軍基地の一部が返還されるだろう。そうすりゃそこで働く人間は大幅に削られる。金はあった方がいいだろうさ。
Part of the base will be Japanese property again this year, right? Meaning a lot of people who work there are going to get laid off. Wait, why would they get laid off? Are they going to change what it is? Rosemi stroked his well-defined chin. Well-defined, guys.
いや、しかし証拠がない。
井の頭公園の池をさらってみな。俺の予想が正しければいいもんが出てくるぜ。
What, you think is related to this crime? I mean, to this... yeah.
わかった。鑑識に伝える。
Rosemi headed for my phone. While I always credited him for being quick on the draw, he did realise what was going straight into my phone bill. That was going straight into my phone bill, didn't he? Would it have killed him to ask first?
おレイジ、もう一件仕事を受ける気はないか。宗教絡みの詐欺師の調査なんだが。
Do we get paid a lot for this? Rosemi asked as he covered the receiver.
そういうのは上野の探偵に回してやれよ。危険が少ない仕事を探しているようだったからな。
A fellow detective from my police days had come to mind.
書体を持ってから守りに入ったのか。
Rosemi hung up the phone and turned back to me.
嫁さんが妊娠しているらしいからな。心配かけたくないんだろ。
Yeah, and rightly so. Dangerous jobs for those who didn't have much to lose after all. Yep.
で、晩飯はどうする？月世界にでも食いに行くか。
Rosemi practically coughed a lung up after hearing that.
てめえ、なんでわざわざ吉祥寺まで行かねえとならねえんだ。
じゃあいいぞ。俺一人で行く。
I smirked teasingly, staring at Uruzumi.
いや、俺も行く。現場に行くついでだからな。
What, did he like, was it Kyoko, what her name is? Uzumi's face was red as a lobster. God, it was so easy to push his buttons.
そうだな。京子の飯はうまいからな。
関係ねえだろ。
What a tsundere. He's spitting everywhere, gross. Whatever, I was too hungry to give a damn. The shell. Okay. Hatred. What is this? Soliloquy or... It was what consumed my every waking moment. I hated people, myself, everything in the world. Wait. Let's do the quote for the game today. Myself, everything in the world. Crap. I can relate for some reason. And above all else, my mother. What? Why did I have to be born into such a filthy world? It was all my mother's fault. The reincarnation of a tainted soul was ruining everything. Oh, I don't like this. Poor me. Miserable me. Right, this is not Reiji. This can't be. And it wasn't just me either. I was sure everyone else, from classmates to teachers to dogs and cats, was just as miserable. They had to be. However, there was one thing that set me apart from all the rest. Oh yeah, you're special? And it was that I had her. Uh-oh. I could live because I had her by my side. Is this like some guy who simps on a VTuber? Or a streamer? Everything about her put my heart at ease. From her eyes, to her hair, to every little thing she did. Oh, this is not... I don't like this, guys. I don't like this. It was because of her that I possessed hope for the future. Perhaps I wouldn't be miserable because I had her. Oh, the pain I feel. I mean, there's people that are like that, right? People who like have mega simp for idols or whoever online or celebrities. There are certain people that literally, it's like she loves me or she cares for me. Because of her, I can keep going. But like, not in the you help to inspire me to keep going and do well, but more in the I'm absolutely obsessed with you and my obsession is the only thing keeping me going. The unhealthy thing. After all, I was about to go see her. Uh-oh. The moon was beautiful. She loved the moon. And so I loved it too. This is not healthy, man. Oh, Evangelidon is saying censors at ready. Blackadai saying he sounded a bit like Karen for a second. Yeah, Karen's such a tomboy. My word. Has this turned into Island now? Has he become Setsuna now? Oh god, turned emo all of a sudden. Right. 1 second, let me get the censor out. Yeah, censor. The censor is ready. She appeared beneath the moonlight. I felt my body heating up. Right, let me get the censor. I don't know what I need to censor here. The shell? Introduce, Phantom Castle.
おぼろげな幼い頃の思い出。一日中絵を描いていた。白い紙なんてなかったから、古新聞を広げて、印刷された文字も気にせずに、ちびた鉛筆で描いた。何を描いていたかは覚えていない。きっとその頃の私に聞いても答えられなかっただろう。ただ描くことが楽しかった。
I was going to read that out afterwards, but it automatically just carried on. Disappointed in that. Kyozo Uozumi. POV change? Oh shit. February 29th, 1956. Moon's age is 17.2. I don't know what that even means. Right, we've gone to the area because Reiji sent us here. Uozumi's bloodshot eyes and twisted skull betrayed his irritation at being summoned to Inokashira Park first thing in the morning. He was probably just tired, but regardless, everyone steered clear of him. Uozumi grabbed a nearby police officer by the scruff of his neck. Alright, so he works for the police currently. Do we have profiles on these characters? That's not what I wanted to look at. Config. No. I don't think so. What else would it be? Well, first of all... I can take... Wait, I can't take a note? What the fuck? What's this? I don't know what these mean. Fast forward. Oh. Oh. What's that do? Oh, okay. Uozumi let the officer go and stepped over the rope cordoning off the crime scene. Evangelidon is asking, was that not the right scene? I don't know, man. Valag tries saying lunar calendar. Apparently so. Oh, this is not. What? Is this a body? This, I can't even make out what the form is. He'd grown used to seeing corpses in his line of work, which is why he wasn't all that surprised with what he found waiting. But be that as it were, they couldn't just leave the body out in the open for all prying eyes to see. So getting right down to business was his best option. I don't think it's a dead bunny. I think that's a dead... Right, so I think they put a tarp or something over them, or maybe that's closed. That's hands, and this is the legs. I don't... It doesn't look pretty.
こちらです。魚住巡査部長。捜査の準備は整っています。
おう、気になるところを調べていくぞ。
Oh, conduct investigation. The body has been dumped by the shore. However, it was difficult to make out from afar, meaning a closer inspection would be necessary. So how do I do... Okay, what else is there? It's not suspicious.
現場は井の頭公園のど真ん中か。
Uzumi looked around. Though it was in the heart of the park, the spot was shrouded by trees. Uzumi would have to get closer to figure out more. What the fuck? Oh no, is the body being chopped up? That's a foot. I don't know, that's the head? Oh no, that is the head, and then hands?
腕だな。
They were rotten to hell and back. Ew. The decomposed flesh exuded a foul reek. Thanks for telling me, guys. I needed to know
べっ
that.
ぴんさんが台無しだな。
It's a woman. Though the head had decayed significantly, there was still just barely enough to identify as a girl. Oh no. Her eye sockets had hollowed. A plethora of holes gnawed into her face by wriggling white maggots. Oh, this is fucking gross.
足は付け根から切られているのか。
Oh, what the fuck? Two legs were sprawled across the ground. Why was it all together though? What are the odds that this person was dismembered? What are the odds that all the dismembered parts would end up on the shore in this lake thing at the same place? Two legs were sprawled across the ground, parts of them infested with maggots squirming about.
やれやれ、たまらねえな。
You're telling me? Though the body's severed limbs and head were littered haphazardly across the dirt, the torso was nowhere to be found.
おう、胴体はどこだ。
まだ発見されていないようです。
そうか。
It'd be a headache for everyone if it'd been dumped in the pond. Wait, so someone dumped this here and not in the water? What?
おう、この布切れは何だ。
Uzumi pointed to the black cloth blanketing the corpse's arms.
遺体を包んでいた布のようです。妙なことに両腕だけがこいつにくるまれていました。
Weird. Seemed any further details would have to wait on forensics people. We can go back now? Wait, why can't I... What the fuck? Wait. Uzumi's nose stung with a fetid stench as soon as he unfolded the cloth.
無地まで湧いてやがる。死んでから随分と時間が経っているようだな。
ウジの成長具合から見て、この時期だと2週間近く経っているようですね。
The forensics officer picked up and studied a centimeter-long maggot before giving his analysis.
2週間か。その間ずっとここに仏さんがいたわけはねえな。
Meaning the murder must have happened somewhere else. There was no longer any need to search the area. Hmm? Okay. Wait. I think we're good.
目はいるのか。
第一発見者は今朝公園内を散歩していた近所のお年寄りです。この人は昨夜もこの辺りにいたらしく、その時は何もなかったと言っています。
すると夜中のうちに運ばれてきたってことか。
It was hard to imagine the culprit had dismembered the body at this very spot, considering the lack of bloodstains. What's more, the trains wouldn't have been running that late at night, so either the murder happened nearby or the culprit used a car to transport the victim.
こんなもんか。
Uzumi figured he'd turned over every stone he possibly could. The rest was a job for forensics. Valeric tried saying there was hardly forensics, right? So there wouldn't be much to do with it. They had such a thing then? How much could they investigate? Good point. Do flies even lay eggs on floating flesh? Don't know, man. Evangel don't sing Ace Attorney Light. Yep. With his investigation more or less finished, Uzumi left the crime scene and lit a cigarette.
仏は解剖に回して身元その他を調べてもらえ。あとは周辺の聞き込みは任せたぞ。
わかりました。了解であります。
Forensics officer started gathering the body parts as the cop left. Uozumi had done his duty here. You could see a small factory through the trees. It had been the site of the shooting that had taken place around the dawn of the year. In the end, Reiji's deductions had been right on the money. They'd found a pistol in the pond, and the victim's son confessed to his father's murder after they'd raked him over the coals alone. Though it wasn't exactly a laudable way to conduct a police investigation, Uozumi found it far preferable to letting the killer slip through their fingers. The motive had indeed been money. It irritated Uozumi that Reiji had been right about that too, but regardless, the case had been closed.
この山にも食いついてきそうだな。
Though he never said why, Reiji Tokisaka had a pathologically zealous hatred of brutal crimes such as murders. Perhaps it had something to do with the case that had driven him to leave the force. Interesting. Uozumi decided not to take that train of thought any further. Not just for Reiji's sake, but because he wasn't good with the whole thinking thing in general. What? Uozumi had taken a veteran investigator's words of inspectors investigate with their feet to heart. Still, that didn't mean he was reckless. He had enough common sense to avoid crossing the line into foolhardiness anyway. However, when all was said and done,
次からはレイジのやつに任せるか。
Reiji had always been the thinker of the two since they were kids. By the time Uozumi had finished questioning the locals after his on-site inspection, the sun was already setting.
腹減ったからな。
He made a point of saying that. Though he'd seen a body just hours before, he still had an appetite. He'd left his sentimentality on the battlefield over a decade ago. And his heart had only hardened during his time in the Force. Uozumi weaved his hulking body through an alley north of the station until he reached a sight for sore eyes. He could forget all about work here. After all, this wasn't the sort of cafe where he could openly discuss macabre corpses.
いらっしゃい、魚住くん。
What a welcome. Evangelion saying forensics existed back then. Things like fingerprinting and other such things were common, just not DNA forensics. Evangelion saying I posted a Wikipedia article about forensics in the late 19th century and 20th century prior to DNA. Oh, cool. That's in the Discord. Like I said, I mean more of the coroner thing, or how you say in English, the autopsy stuff. Yeah, autopsy probably wouldn't have brought them too much. I mean, surely fingerprinting stuff has been there for ages. Yeah, but again, the fingerprint stuff and all that still, that's forensics, right? I think they were pretty advanced back then. You could cut someone up, look at their stomach, and detect if there was anything that was used to poison them or things like that. Oh. Uozumi returned his old friend's greeting and sat by the counter, silently cringing at the subsequent creaking of the stool beneath him.
コーヒーでいいかしら。
ああ。
Yoko turned her back to Uozumi. His eyes were mesmerized by her ponytail swaying back and forth. This man is a man of culture.
今日もお仕事だったの？
ああ。
Wow, this is an amazing conversation. Uozumi gave a curt answer and whipped out a cigarette. He knew he'd be leaving nothing but an awkward silence between them otherwise. It wasn't long before the mellow aroma of coffee mixed with the stench of smoke. Uozumi found the vibe very calm and relaxing, the kind of place where he could leave behind all the horrors he witnessed on a daily basis. Moonworld was a sole haven in his otherwise hectic life.
お待ちどうさま。
Yoko set a cup of coffee down in front of him with a clink.
Oh.
Uozumi reached for the sugar bowl and dumped spoonfuls of sugar into his coffee, so it was this guy Reiji was talking about. Though he wouldn't say he had a sweet tooth, he and coffee just didn't go together without something to offset the acidity. But that said, he couldn't drink alcohol when he was still on the clock either.
トーストくらいしかできないけれど、食べる？
Toast?
ああ。
Toast? He wasn't boorish enough to ask for something Japanese under present circumstances.
少し待っていてね。
It wasn't long before the savoury scent of toasted bread tickled Uozumi's nose.
昔は魚住くん、日本茶ばかり飲んでいたわよね。
I'm taking it they were all school friends that grew up with each other. Evangelion saying autopsy existed back then, things like time of death, chemistry to find out what substances they were ingesting. entomology to identify insects that may have taken root in the corpses, determining location of the corpse and how old it was based on the larvae and type of bug. Wound analysis to find out the cause of death. Interesting.
そうだな。
His answers were terse.
好みが変わったのかしら。
かもしれねえな。
Oh, Uzumi is a champion of conversation. Uzumi bit into a slice of buttered toast. Buttered toast! Kyoko chuckled as she poured Uzumi another cup of coffee.
私も昔はお茶ばかりだったわ。コーヒーを飲み始めたのは、そう、このお店に来るようになってからかしら。
And then you ruined your palate. Tea is for the cultured, coffee is evil. Kyoko surveyed the cafes, eyes glistening with nostalgia and sorrow. I say that while I drink chemical badness in the form of Monster energy drink.
昔の話はやめろ。
Uzumi cut her off with a low grunt.
そ
Damn.
うね。ごめんなさい。
Uzumi was relieved to hear Kyoko didn't sound quite so heartbroken anymore. Nothing good came from dwelling on the past. Mate, it was her husband, man. Get the fuck out of here. Though memories were supposed to glamorize with time, Uzumi and his friends only found their past lingering stronger and darker than ever, like the ever-approaching spectre of death. Especially Kyoko and Reiji. Perhaps Uzumi had gone off lucky compared to them. He hadn't lost that much after all.
帰る。邪魔したな。
Right, so Reiji had lost someone as well. Was it his girlfriend or his wife? No, he had lost his parents.
邪魔だなんて。また来てね、魚住くん。
What an amazing conversation. To be honest, I was like that at a time. Nah, I've just talked too much. Hence why I'm on here. Ah. Uzumi turned his back to Kyoko and waded out into the ever-darkening night. Two hasty drunkards staggered in front of him.
邪魔だ。
Wow, got angry all of a sudden. Uzumi pushed aside the quailing men and made his way towards Ichijoji Station. He envied them. He would positively kill for a drink at the moment, but he'd had enough escapism for the day. Uzumi popped his collar and marched through the frigid February air. Oof. Ah, it's so cold. The shell. Why is it red? The white silhouette of a stark naked girl shimmered in the dark like the moon on the blackest of nights. Uh-oh. Let me get my sensor ready. Her rosy nipples heaved up and down. She was asleep. No, unconscious. A gloved hand lightly squeezed her arm. It was perfectly meaty and springy. No complaints there. I don't like this. The girl's wrist and elbow were unfurled, her armpit clenched up in a meagre show of resistance. However, she slept peacefully, which is proof that she'd only fought back unconsciously. Moments later, a leather strap was wrapped around the girl's waist, securing her to the table. Next, her left arm was restrained to the edge in a similar fashion. This should do. Finally, the room shuddered with the hoisting of a hatchet sitting in a corner. The blade seemed somewhat chipped, but it wouldn't impede the task ahead. Steady hands firmly grasped the haft, setting the edge of the cold steel against the girl's shoulder. It dug into her flesh slightly, but hardly enough to leave a mark. Alright, here we go. Evangelidot said these are the scenes where sensors should be. I'm going to put on my sensor. And a moment later, the silence marking dominion over the space came to a violent end. Oh, here we go. The air ruptured with a girl's voiceless scream. Why was it voiceless? A moment later, the hatchet's tip dug into the table. The girl's left arm slackly dangled. The fierce grip behind the hatchet came into play, forcing the blade through sinew and bone. The arm crashed down onto the floor, trailed by crimson spurts of blood. The girl screamed even louder, flopping up and down on the table like she'd been electrocuted. Good thing I tied her down. The girl's arm, still convulsing and spurting blood onto the floor, did not remain there for long. It was wiped down with a brand new towel, dyeing the fabric burgundy in the blink of an eye. We don't need this blood. It took towel after towel until the arm that had been severed from the abhorrent body was as pristine as sparkling glass. Careful hands wrapped that amputated appendage up in a cloth. Now then. A pair of eyes turned their attention to the weakly convulsing sack of flesh. The girl had long ceased screaming, emitting raspy sounds akin to air hissing out of a punctured tire instead. Gloved hands eventually made their way around to the girl's legs, unfurling them. However, she no longer had the strength to resist. The table was damp with a liquid that wasn't blood. It appeared she'd voided herself. Next, her... Okay, I'm not going to read that bit. Disgusting. A knife was pressed against the girl's abdomen. The blade danced across her fair skin as though gutting a fish. A red stream flowed from her navel down. It was cleaved all the way down to her... No, I'm not reading that. The wound spread open and violated by hands thrust deep within. What? Why is this so long? The girl exhibited no reaction. The spurting of her blood quickly died down. Fingers crudely seized that organ unique to women, driven by the hope she hadn't died just yet. The uterus. It was small enough to fit in the hand. An attempt was made to drag it out of her body, but since it was still attached to parts here and there, the task proved difficult. A knife slid into the incision and detached the uterus from the vagina. A few more quick cuts later, the uterus was at last ripe for removal. The soft, flabby white mass hardly seemed like the organ that nurtured new life. It was nothing more than giblets, a lump of meat. Not even a moment later was it hurled to the floor. There was no need for such impure entrails. Afterward, an outstretched arm grabbed an egg, a chicken's egg painted black. The string attached to it was cut off, followed by the egg's insertion into the incision. Next, the gloved hand crushed it to pieces. The egg's contents must have already been evacuated, for the shell broke apart without the slightest show of resistance. The arm linked to that clenched fist pulled out with a sickening squelch. Next, said hand put the pieces of egg still clinging to the glove back in with the rest of the viscera, before pressing down on the abdomen. Finally, a needle was threaded and stitched the incision shut. The needle pierced her skin over and over again, drawing a crooked cross atop her abdomen. This should do. A nod for a job well done was quick to follow the end of this crude surgery. All that was left was to dump the body. The air shook and resounded with a gust created from the hand, flipping through a book, the brain serving as its master, pondering what punishment was appropriate for this individual. The lump that had once been a living, breathing girl was promptly wrapped in a black cloth. Time to go. I really did not like that. Anyway, I think on that note of that absolute bombshell, I think we'll leave it there for today. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. It is midnight right now in the UK. It is quite late, and I have just read some pretty horrific stuff right now. So we have a Jack the Ripper type character. I don't know the details of Jack the Ripper, just besides him attacking women in the East End of London and just doing horrific things. You know, I've never looked into the full details of that. Either that or I knew about it in the past and forgot about it. Yeah, that was something. Holy shit. This is going to be a ride, isn't it? This is going to be a ride. But anyway, thank you all for joining me on this stream. Thank you for listening to my ramblings and talking about cars from the 90s and all sorts of random gibberish I had nothing to do with this game. Jedo is saying, guys, I think we traumatized Ash. I mean, yeah, like, in the sense that I wasn't expecting that, and we've had such a chill stream up to this point, and the mood just all of a sudden dipped, and it's like midnight now as well, so it's probably not the best place to end it, but we've just gone past like a really gruesome part. I don't know, right? Maybe it's an old school way of thinking. Yeah, I mean, there's some extra gruesome to me about, you know, a helpless woman, especially someone who's young, right? Being gruesomely decimated in this way while they're alive. And yeah, and it shows the expression on the girl's face, right? I censored it, but you could see the expression on her face when he chopped the arm off, and just how graphic the description was as well. It just, there's a part of me that wishes for this person, this murderer, to get their comeuppance. But yeah, I mean, I suppose this is what makes this an intriguing visual novel. I didn't know they would have like investigation mechanics and being able to move around to different areas. That's pretty cool. Vlad Crashing Decimate is reduced to a 10th. That body was completely split apart. Yeah, I mean, yes, it was Vajay saying, well, as a detective game, so it makes sense. Yeah. I didn't really think about it. I just thought visual novel. I didn't think it'd have detective mechanics. You probably kind of mentioned it before, and I've just like glossed over it. But anyway, we'll leave it there for now. I'm definitely intrigued, kind of shocked, but eager to see where this goes. I really hope that's not our main girl's friend who has gone missing, but I've got a feeling it's not going to end well for her friend. Maybe it was her friend. I can't remember what the friend looked like. But anyway, this is The Shell Part 1 Inferno. I am Ash Mannix, and I'll hopefully see you guys next time. Later.